Welcome. This is the Armchair Pundits Week in Review show. And as you can see, we've got a couple happy faces. One that's a bit smug because they didn't lose. And one that knew his destiny, so he's just calm. He's just calm.
That's wickedness.
Isn't it?
It's been a while since
It's
we've seen you smile, James. You know what I mean? It's been a while.
It's been dark times over, not even so much at Anfield, it's been dark times with Liverpool in general. A lot of away games. They're tough, They're tough to do in a row. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and hit that notification button. How you guys been? Good weekend?
Yeah, man, I had a good weekend. It was all right still.
To be fair, I've been a bit poorly, man. Don't know, boy. This cold is trying to get me, boy. I've been trying to do some home remedies, trying to shake it off. So, excuse me if I sound a little bit nasally.
I thought your thumb was bust up. You said you had that 4 in it for the 4 wins.
Yeah. No, it was 4 for 4 unbeaten. No, it's unbeaten. It weren't for 4 wins on the bounce. It was 4 unbeaten. Yeah, watch the tapes back. Yeah.
That is low, man. To have 4,
Trust me, bro.
that is so low. I get it.
Hey, listen.
I've been there. I've been where you are. I know what you're saying. I've been where you are.
You've been 13 points ahead and bottled it as well, so you kind of know the pain still. Same, but different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not even the same.
No,
it's just different. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, Bev. At least you're not having a crisis meeting. You get what I'm saying? Winning the league and then deciding that you need to have a crisis meeting. James, do you know anything about that?
No.
No, you don't.
Crisis meetings. I know that I'm doing a pod with some other local guys. Just to have a conversation because there's a lot of noise out there, and we want to bring it in. So that, why are people losing their heads? Why are people losing their heads? Kind of thing. You know.
So it's not the other C word. It's not crisis. It's just conversations.
It's conversations.
Fair.
That'll be out.
Which people are you referring to?
After.
Which people are you referring to, James? Your manager or the players?
Neither. It's the wider media that are losing their heads, and some Liverpool fans are losing their heads as well. But it happens. We, as we know, with what we live with now, we are in a very, 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 very highly banterish era. So sometimes sensibility just goes out the window.
True.
But anyway, where do we begin? We begin where we normally begin, and that is with the guest, the player. Last week, it was a bit too easy. Leon was not impressed.
Was he not?
He was not. It was like, what was that, bro? Seriously. So, hopefully I haven't gone too far the other way. But I've got a much more difficult one. Well, I believe it's much more difficult than last week's one. So, here it is. The guest to play this week is on your screens right now. Do you know who it is? Is it as quick as last week or not?
Ooh.
There are some badges there that will be unfamiliar to most people, but I've achieved my target already because
I know it.
The silence. I was just about to say the silence is golden. The silence was golden.
I was reading this way. I see what the man them saying, isn't it?
Nah, mate. You've lost me, mate. You lost me on that red badge.
Do you want to know who it is? Do you want to know the red badge?
No, tell me the club.
The badge.
Yeah.
Olympiacos.
That's what I thought, man. My eyes were just not eyeing. No, I still ain't got it.
Bevan's got it.
I thought I had it.
Yeah, he's not sure. He's not so sure.
I'm not. Yeah, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. This is
a good one, James. Can't lie. This is a good one.
What's up to you guys? I can give you the rest of the show to figure it out. Obviously, no cheating.
He's gonna cheat.
Mama, you know what? I don't. First of all, I don't know why I even opened my mouth here, and secondly, I don't know why you said he's gonna cheat instead of being specific and to say my name.
Well, Leon's already got it. So
there's only one suspect, bro.
Who else is left?
Mate.
All right, so Bevan, any chance?
No, I'm gonna
Or
need
do
more
you just want
time.
Leon to let you guys know, or do you want to hold it out?
Nah, I ain't gonna get that.
Okay, do you either of you want a clue?
Yeah, clear it up.
All right. The first club is his hometown club or home country club from.
You cannot say the country, bro. You cannot say the country.
Why?
James, you can't say the country, bro. Come
Okay, I
on.
won't say the country. All right, I won't say the country.
You can say the continent if you want.
He's
But
an
don't
African.
say the country.
He's an African.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, got it now.
Imagine you said the country.
Who's the last club?
It's a club in China called Gimbad Hwanghae.
Club in China. That's all I need to know. China.
All right.
Go on, James. Give it up.
It's up to these guys. I can't just give it. They could be wrong for all I know.
Well, you guys got to say it, then, innit?
Yeah, those two got to say it together like they did last time.
Yaya Toure.
Indeed, it is Yaya Toure.
Gonna have to shorten a lot of that, James.
Yep.
Yeah, that
was about 5 minutes.
No, that's why I carried on talking. I made sure there wasn't deathly silence, so they can be used. But we move on. So Leon and Bevan got that.
You know what? I nearly said his brother's name.
Huh?
I nearly said his brother's name. I was like, don't say Colo. Don't say
Colo.
So we move on to the predictions table. There has been some movement in the predictions table.
Go on. Oh no, I'm still second from bottom. Cha.
No, you were third from bottom.
Oh, why did I think I was second from?
Oh. You've gone down a level. So Daryl had a good week again.
6 points, boy.
So does everyone remember last week? Bevan, you weren't here, but I told someone to be sensible with their prediction. And they decided to go with an Arsenal draw.
Brother.
And everyone else went 2-0 Arsenal. And everyone else got 4 points because they got 2-0 Arsenal and they got the win. But Lamont decided to go for 1-1 or 2-2, whichever one scored was. I think it was 2-2. So he ended up with no points in that game. But the rest of us was a bit of a struggle, to be fair. Liverpool, we got the win. Bevan got and Daryl got Chelsea beating Tottenham. I went for a draw. Leon went for a Chelsea win, I believe.
Yeah.
So you guys were good there. But yeah, getting tighter. But there's plenty more weeks to go.
At the top. It's tighter at the top. Jeez.
Oh boy, Arsenal got to be bad at something at the moment. So really need that for you. This week, our agenda, Arsenal won again. Set piece FC, as people call them. Is it now a criticism or is it something they should be highly praised for? I think they've got 11 set piece goals this season, which is impressive. Liverpool back on track, or are they still fragile? Time will tell as we discuss it. United rescued at the City ground. Then we'll move on to Man City. Haaland, another 2 goals, cruising past Bournemouth. And then, as we normally do, we'll end it with the player and moment of the week, and then our Gameweek 11 predictions. And those games will feature highly anticipated Spurs versus Man United, Sunderland versus Arsenal, and very anticipated Man City versus Liverpool. So some big games there, which
that's come at a bad time for you guys. I think that City Liverpool. I think that's come at a bad time, boy.
Possibly.
Possibly not. 1.5 big games.
Yeah. Possibly not.
You got a cheek.
So I was going to start with Liverpool first, but we got told off
No, start with Liverpool, man.
We got told off because we didn't give you enough airtime last week.
I wasn't here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but those things to talk about.
Apparently, I cut it short, and I shouldn't have cut it short. I should have given Arsenal more time on the screen. So I'll bring the Arsenal segment forward.
He fell asleep, didn't he? Because it was so boring last week. So I don't blame him.
Yeah, he didn't wake up after the game. So what can we do?
Yeah.
No, bro. I went. I went for a run last week, and it was one of my longest runs. And I came back and I was mash up. So by the time we started recording, it was long. But you want me to talk about the Arsenal game this week?
Yeah, go on.
In this game, we should have been 4-0 up inside the first half. And you can literally say that we played for 45 minutes because the second half, we really didn't do much. We were 2-0 up and then just kind of lost a bit of control of the game. But in the first half, we got our corner, scored, and the second goal came from a long throw from them, 4 passes, and it's a goal. And I think that was one of the best games that Victor Gyökeres has had in an Arsenal shirt. For 45 minutes, he should have had at least 3 assists. He plays in Saka, and he plays in Saka twice, and Saka should have scored. And then off the shot that Saka has, he runs onto it and then gives it to Trossard, who has one cleared off the line. And the ball he played to Trossard to whip it in was quality, one of his better games. And it was just...
No, really?
Yeah, definitely.
Brother, I feel like he overhit it a little bit, just a little bit. I do feel like he overhit that. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
like
he ran right onto
but it was like, it was the right idea.
He was not Kevin De Bruyne.
Bro, he didn't run onto it. Come on, he ran.
Bro, that's not a pass that anyone thought was in his locker, and he made the pass, and it was actually...
Brother, he overhit the pass. Trossard had to go and get the ball back into play. I'm gonna let you do your thing,
bro.
I'm gonna let you do your thing. But bro, that ball was overhit.
A hater. You are a hater, bros.
You know this guy have
You know what? If that was Benjamin Sesko, oh my goodness me, the way Lamont would be just salivating, bro.
Bro, he be dribbling. Oh my god, did you see that pass from Sesko? Oh, world beater, world class. He's amazing.
Anyway,
Gyökeres can't do it. Yeah, so
no, he can't because he overhit the ball. But anyway,
bro, he did it, and then Trossard whips it in, header from Declan Rice. Declan Rice had a good game as well. He controlled the game. Every single blade of grass was covered, and this season it's a very different Arsenal team that we had last season. Like, I think I've mentioned it in the past, like a couple weeks ago when we had lost Odegaard and couldn't find a way to create chances and were struggling to create anything. Now we're 7 clean sheets, no goals conceded in October. Yeah, in all competitions, cold business. And then we can talk about we score from corners, but if you look at how Burnley set up, they set up with five at the back and 3 in midfield. So what you got to have something to break them teams down, and we had enough from open play to be able to do that. So, as I said, it tailed off in the second half, but by then the game was over, and that's another game where they didn't even have a shot on target. Yeah, it can be boring all you want. I said that a couple of weeks ago, I'll take these 1-0s, 2-0s to the end of the season.
Gotta be in it to win it, bro. That's the truth.
Yep. So
yeah.
Would you say you are now the favourites officially?
Don't do James, bro.
Wow.
No.
You just glitched, bro.
I glitched. No, I'm saying, yeah, okay, like, we are the favourites at the moment, but it's still early in the season to be talking about winning titles after 10 games. Like, I'm
nervous over there, innit? 7
I'm not
points
nervous.
ahead and you're like,
bro,
it was 6 points, or was it?
7 points. Yeah, we are 7 points ahead.
Man City.
Oh no, six ahead of City. But
I just feel like if Arsenal slip up, City are gonna come back and claim whatever's theirs. So you stay there.
But you would have said that.
Don't
we would have said
guaranteed either.
We said that. We would have said that. We would have said that last week when they lost to Fulham. When they lost to Villa, and I said 2 weeks ago that you don't really want City to start cooking, but then they lost last week, so anything can happen. And at the moment, yeah, we are favourites if we keep keeping clean sheets and nicking games and winning games in the way that we have. Then yeah, we would be favourites. But are you expecting me to say now in November that we're going to win the league. Is that what you're...
That's what you guys expected me to say last year.
I mean, your favourites and in your current form, and the way you guys are set up with really kind of reducing the opposition to no shots on your goal, and just I'd say the way that your squad's set up with the only injury that you've really got that you need to account for is Odegaard, and you've got a replacement for him.
But it's not.
You guys are the favourites to win the league,
but
right?
It's not.
But rightly so, you should be winning it, right? At this point, it's yours to lose.
Well, no, this season we need to win the league, and
yeah, but I'm saying right now, is it yours to lose?
Yeah, we're 6 points ahead, but it's still November. Like I've seen teams be way ahead by at Christmas and lose.
Like 12 points, yeah.
Like Newcastle.
But this is a new season.
We were never 12 points. When were we 12 points ahead? What are you talking about?
Was it not 12 points?
No.
What was it? Was it 10 points then? You guys were ahead of Liverpool.
When? Last season?
Listen.
We weren't. When?
All I'm saying.
When? Tell me when it was.
Because all I'm saying is, you see that fence here?
No.
Rickety.
I need to know when we were. I need to know when.
Get some concrete posts.
When we were 10 points ahead.
Get some concrete posts. And when you're on that fence,
no.
It won't
Hold
fall.
on. I need to.
You can just go in and just say you're sure
what you're talking about.
You're sure your Arsenal are going to win the league this season.
I'm asking for clarity
because of the way we're playing. Be confident.
Asking for clarity.
Be confident. It's your team.
I'm asking for clarity.
It's your team. Be confident,
bro. Listen,
fine, man.
You're not gonna get me to make outlandish comments. I said we're favourites, but it's too early for me to say. You can't expect me to say in November, yeah, we're definitely gonna win the league. What are you talking about?
So when you're gonna say it? 2 weeks before the end of the season?
Yes, 2 weeks before the end of the season. That's what I'll say it. Ask me again in January.
Okay. All right. So in January, you believe in January, if you guys are still this far ahead, you're gonna say that it's yours to lose.
No, I said
you're gonna win the title. You'll be confident.
I said, ask me again in January. We're not even halfway in the middle of the season. Who is going to turn around and say with 10 games in, this is definitely ours?
Some might.
All right, you would.
Me?
What issue? Last season, didn't you say that you was going to win something? You was going to win a cup.
Yeah, we nearly did.
No, you didn't. You was nowhere near.
That's how
you was nowhere near it.
Yeah. Europa League.
You was nowhere near it.
It was a 1-0 final, bro. Come on,
and
chill.
You didn't look like you was. We could have been playing till yesterday. And you still wouldn't have scored. You was nowhere near it. So anyway, don't try to draw me out. We won 2-0. You get me?
Who was your player of the match?
Declan Rice.
And would you say he's world class now, or has he still got somewhere to go?
See, I feel like that world class pool is kind of tiny, man. I think.
Okay. Different question then. Centre midfielders. Okay, is he a centre midfielder or DM for you? Which one is he? Or is he both?
I think he's a bit of both. I think he's an all-round midfielder now. I don't think he's a DM. I think he's at the moment he's showing that he was doing everything. He was defending, he was attacking, he was making late runs into the box.
So where would you rank him in the world? If there's a top 5, where would you rank him? Who would you rank in around who you think is better or just as good?
I still think you could consider Caicedo, you got Pedri. I'm trying to think who else. Still got Gravenberch.
Gravenberch isn't in that league for me. But I see where you're going because of the position-wise, but Gravenberch isn't in that league. I swear, Rice has got way more strings to his bow, to be honest, with the goals and stuff like that. The contribution that he brings to the side. The only thing Gravenberch has got, he is press resistant and, he can break up play, but once he starts getting goals, adds more goals to his game, I think you could then start saying, you know what, yeah, he's in that league. For me.
But I don't think you need to necessarily add goals to your game to be in that.
I think he's got more goals than Rice has this season, or the same amount as you stand. Not as many assists though. I think he's possibly got more goals than Rice has so far this season, but I can double check that.
I think when you get into like the world class kind of conversations, it depends what happens when you get into like international competitions and how far we can get into.
Rodri still there? I
would say so. And you know what? I've even forgot about like Vitinha and them and the guys at PSG's
pace setters. Yeah, proper pace setters.
So
okay,
I think he's up there, but I think like the whole world class kind of conversation is maybe he's just like the rung just below it, in my opinion.
So we will move. Okay, so far, just to clarify, Gravenberch has got 3 Prem goals. Rice has got 2, but Rice got 2 assists. So GA in the Prem, it's a 4-3.
Yeah, it's current form though, innit? Like, you know what I mean? It's still a long season.
Just put your argument to bed, but it's current form. You know what I mean?
Well, it's current form, innit? You know what I mean?
It's cool. We knew the angle you're going at anyway. So we move on to Liverpool. Are they back on track or still fragile? And for me, it's just a win. It's just a much needed win in the Premier League because obviously we got the win in the Champions League a week and a half ago. And it was a game where Slot had done what I've been asking for, gone back to the tried and tested, so to speak, put Robertson back in. In terms of midfield, our best player this season has been Szoboszlai. Play him where he played last season. You could argue McAllister, he's been shocking this season, but midweek in the game that we decided to throw away, he got a good spell of minutes in that game to bring him back to some kind of form. And admittedly, first half he wasn't great. First half he still looked slow, but second half he was a lot better. The team always looks better when Gravenberch plays. There's no denying that. Instantly looks better. The covering, the running of the pitch.
Yeah, overall balance, innit?
Yeah, exactly. And the balance. But I think the main thing was when you look at us defensively, there were opportunities, but that was still going to happen. It's not a wand that he's waved to make everything go back to normal, but it allowed Van Dijk to focus just on his game and controlling the back line,
pointing fingers, telling everyone else what to do while he tries to 1 versus 1,
and working with the team in general. Because obviously with Kirkes, as I've said many times, Kirkes was just given a shirt, and Slot just realised too late that he should have been pulled out. Like, if it's not working in that situation, as it hasn't been, Kirkes hasn't been awful, but he just hasn't been up to standard. And there's times where people will complain at the way Van Dijk's talking towards him and doing stuff because, in my view, they just don't understand the way the system works with us. And I say that as in, they look at Van Dijk and he's shouting at Kirkes, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's not concentrating his game. But that's because Van Dijk can't do what he normally does and is good at because Kirkes is not where he's supposed to be. So if we're trying to play our style of football where Van Dijk is expansive and he's playing certain passes, if Kirkes is not where he needs to be, then we lose the ball. We're not covered there. So there's times where you see him shouting and people are like, what is he doing? He's telling him, you need to be here. Because if you're not here, I can't play this pass. And then before you realise it, that phase of play is gone. Whereas what you notice with Robertson there, none of that happened. He could play his normal game because he doesn't have to worry what Robertson's doing. He just does what he needs to do. And it was good to see it. And like I said, that's why I've been asking for it for weeks. Just put him back in, let us get back to how we played last season. And then you can bring Kirkes on later on in the games. You can then play him once he's understood what it's like to be at a big club. And on the other side,
Kirkes didn't come on though, did he?
No,
he didn't. But he didn't come on.
No.
But when you in that game, weren't you just a bit more aggressive in the?
Yeah.
But that's what Robertson gives as well, though. Robertson is your typical British aggressive.
No, but
Kirkes,
you was aggressive. He was aggressive higher up the pitch.
Yeah.
A lot. That's the first time I've seen Liverpool do that this season, be that aggressive, and you forced Villa into mistakes. Villa.
That was also Villa's fault.
Villa
I'll be honest.
Emmy handed it to you.
I said it in my post match, which you guys can watch after this. That there was fortune in our 5 defeats. Sorry, we seemingly got no luck. We score a goal, would have loads of XG, but we couldn't score. the other team will get one chance from a set piece and it will go in. Whereas yesterday, you hold your hands up. Martinez passed it straight to Salah. Salah has the easy option to kick it into the empty net. And then Gravenberch has a shot.
Weaker foot as well, James. Don't forget that was on his weaker foot, you know. Yeah, it's a good shot, mate.
Yeah. It was a good strike. It was a good strike.
Yeah, good strike.
Because later on in the game, he could have done a one-touch shot like he usually does, and he took another touch and messed it up for us. But that's another story. Gravenberch, on his weaker foot, gets a shot, and it's 2-0. And it allowed Liverpool to control the second half like we did last year.
But if you look at...
It allowed us to press.
If you look at the second goal, it still came back... Like, what's he... the right back, who was he passing the ball to?
Yeah.
He just kicked it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk nods it back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch goes on a run, takes a shot and scores. And in that game, as soon as when you were pressing them, you were pressing them into making mistakes. You could have scored that goal. The first goal could have happened about 3 or 4 times in that first half. And I know that you did have some shaky moments in the first half with them kind of running through you. Once they beat the press,
hit the post, twice. Hit the post twice.
Once they beat the press, it was either they were going to beat the press and get through, or they were going to do some foolishness and then start passing the ball back to each other and making lazy passes. Every time they always made the wrong decision, and even when they tried to go long, they couldn't hit Ollie Watkins at all. Villa would. That was shocking, man.
You, Bev, yeah, Villa did not look at all at the races, in my opinion. To be honest, when I was watching the game, Kamara, I feel like he was a deer in the headlights. He was making he was divvying a lot on the ball, and that was allowing the Liverpool press to kind of really reap dividends, to be honest to you. But I also feel like you guys look like a whole different animal with Ekatike in the middle up front. Like, he is a willing runner, and he is so aggressive, bruv. He wants the ball. He hunts constantly. So the people around him, they have to follow suit. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to fall apart like it was probably, you know, earlier on in the season when you could see that there wasn't really no cohesion with the way that the Liverpool press was happening higher up the pitch. But yeah, man, credit to you, man. Again, you know, Emmy gifted salaries 250th goal? Was it?
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, Liverpool goal.
The Liverpool goal. So, you know,
third in our all time.
And you guys kind of get your win that you had been searching for 5 or 6 games in. Do you know what I mean? On the bounce. What was it? Was that the 5th game or 6th game that you was trying to bake that hoodoo?
Imagine that they
that made it that stopped it from being 5 defeats in a row.
5. Okay.
Imagine that after all those defeats and it's still above you, still above United. Imagine that.
Imagine. Yeah, just win the league. Just win the league. That's all I need you to do. I said the same thing last season when you guys were clear, yeah? And I said, win the league.
There's been talking from down there. There's been talking from down there in 9th. A lot of
your chest is high.
A lot of jibber jabber coming from down there.
For someone that ain't won nothing for a while.
I can't hear you from down there. I'm struggling to hear you.
Yeah.
Can you
just make sure you
put the
league,
megaphone? Use the megaphone, please. So, James, with the way that Liverpool played and being more aggressive in the press, is that something that you expect to see more of in the next 2 games against Real Madrid and City?
Yes. You're gone.
And if you get positive results out of those games, we think that the Villa game would be a turning point in your season.
Yes, to that as well. I think what has been lost is partly Slot's fault. Has been the changeover, has been the implementation of new players. So what worked last year not working as well. I was going to say earlier, Conor Bradley. That was Conor Bradley's best game this season because it was the Conor Bradley we saw last season. The strong running style, the being good on the press. Robertson's good with the press, so we had the fullbacks helping with the press. Even Salah was pressing to a degree, and then we only had one new player up top, which is Ekatike, who presses well anyway. So we went back to what we were doing before, and yes, we were aided because there wasn't much long ball, so it wasn't much of us having to fight for second balls. And with Real Madrid, they're not going to do long ball. They're going to play the way Slot wants us to play, wants other teams to play against us, as people say. And Man City, similarly, they're not going to do long ball. They're going to come out and play. So you could argue it should work in our favour a bit more because we'll have a game where the football's on the floor. Doesn't guarantee we're going to beat those teams because those two are two of the best teams in the world. But in terms of the press, yep, it looked better because we went back to what we were doing before. We had players that knew the actual original system, and I agree he should go back to it. My thing is, you're gone.
Are you confident about the Real Madrid game? And then
It's Real Madrid. I can never. I always expect us to win home games, but it's Real Madrid. The way Mbappe is scoring, everyone's talking about Haaland. Mbappe is doing pretty much the same thing. He's scoring every single game, and it will be a tough game. If we lose to Real Madrid, in all honesty, it's not going to be a how could you lose to Real Madrid. If we lose to Man City at the Etihad, it's not going to be he's got to get sacked. You've lost to Man City at the Etihad. They're two tough games in any time of your season, no matter what form you're in. So unfortunately, they're tough games. But having said that, after that, we've got Nottingham Forest, we've got Leeds, we've got West Ham.
All right, so you've got a couple of winnable games there.
Yeah, so we've got games that we should be able to build confidence from if we play to our full capabilities. So listen, Slot has made errors. I'll say it again. Slot's a young manager. People call it excuses. I just said it is what it is. He's a young manager who had never experienced this level of defeats in his whole career. Up until this season, his career's literally gone like that the whole way through. Yes, he didn't win a league every single season, but he still had good seasons in what do you call it? In Holland. I'm going to address the whole thing. He won with Klopp's team. But you say he won with Klopp's team, Klopp's players. Klopp's last season, he didn't win a league. So it's not like Klopp won the league and then Slot came in and won the league on top of Slot winning the league. Slot didn't win the league. Klopp didn't win the league either. So he's done well. He's been criticised heavily for things he said, and I would agree. Complaining about the style of play other teams are playing is silly, naive, because he's a young manager, doesn't have experience around him. Complaining about teams like Man United not playing Sesko. He wasn't even complaining. Right. Let me not fall into that same trap.
It was petulant.
He wasn't complaining. He was answering a question, and his problem is don't answer the question. You know what I mean? You don't have to give the honest answer. If someone asks you a question, you can find a way to give an answer and not answer the question properly, and then you move on because they only get one question. But he's so honest that if they ask him a question, they give an honest answer. Yeah. And in our run of defeats, it's really gone against him because I'll be honest, it's turned some Liverpool fans against him. They're like, why is he talking rubbish for? Why is he making us look like idiots? We're now the butt of every joke, etc., etc., etc. And it's partly his fault. So anyway, I could go on.
Yeah, let's not give Liverpool too much credit. Aston Villa were rubbish.
They were, but I think they'd won 6 of their last.
Mate, but they were rubbish. They were rubbish against you guys. Let's be honest.
We made them look poor.
There's only Onana and that Rodgers that turned up.
And on top of that, we stumped on that whole, since Amram stepped at Anfield, it hasn't been the same. Bro, it was one game. It was one game. People are going like the whole 6 out of 7 defeats were all at Anfield after Man United came there. Nah, bro. Nah. But yeah. Hopefully, the next week we'll have positive performances. I personally think we may get 2 draws from those. And then we'll then pick up from there going forward. But we can beat City and we can beat Real Madrid. It is possible.
See, Bev, that's how you talk when you're not on the fence. But anyway.
Brother, I answered the question that you asked me. And I said we're favourites, but I can't say... But you know what?
Well, let's hear you now. Because you guys got a bit excited. And then you got slapped up twice. Then Ahmed had to save you.
Yeah, no. To be honest, we should have been 2-0 up. If it weren't for the post, Ahmed had a couple of sighters cutting in from the right-hand side. I don't know. We just had 5 or 10 minute lapse of concentration, focus, and intensity. That was pretty much it. Defensive mistakes. Just literally switched off for 5 minutes, and that allowed Forest back in the game. In my opinion, I think definitely 2 points dropped, and I think I spoke about this on my post match. You guys can watch that after this as well. Really and truly, we needed to get 1, 2, or 3 first half, which was literally, it was doable after the first half hour, to be quite honest, because the first half hour was a bit boring. We get 2 or 3 and then just put the game to bed. It was a little bit horrific because when I saw the 2 goals go in such short succession, or succession, should I say, I thought to myself, oh, don't tell me United have just gone backwards straight away. I thought, you know what, this is one of them games where we could actually now lose this by 3 or 4 because now the guys, the confidence is just going to have taken a hit. But they showed character and resolve, and they managed to get a goal back and equalise. And even with the equaliser, we could have got the winner after that as well. And that fell to our mad, but Morelos saves it on the line. I'm not going to grumble too much. Where we've come from to where we are, 4 matches now unbeaten. So we kind of need to just keep on getting points on the board, scoring goals. I feel like that was probably my mantra for last season. We just need goals. We just need goals. I don't care how they come. Very, very good strike by Ahmad. I don't think anybody can take that away from him. Beautiful volley from outside the box for his goal. And yeah, I know someone's going to want to probably talk about the controversy of.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Did
2 of your goals come from? Did 2 of your goals come from corners?
What do you mean?
Ahmed's volley wasn't that from a corner?
No, not quite. It was like it was like second phase of play. You can't quite call that a corner, can you? No.
Came from a set piece, bro.
Set piece.
Yeah,
oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm see what we're counting. What we're counting now.
No, we're not. We're just counting goals at the minute. However they come, I'll take them.
Yeah.
And
that first goal, that shouldn't.
Who cheated? Why? Because the whole ball went over the line. If that's what you're talking about,
that ball never went over the line, bro.
That did not go over the line.
Mate,
that ball did not go over the line.
If you put it on a different camera angle, you'll see the whole ball just sitting basically in the bottom row of the stands.
One camera angle from a different game. Yeah, from a different game. Yeah, from a different game last season.
That is what you just said is terrible. That is diabolical. Are you a counter-attacking team? Are you United a counter-attacking team? Because you had most of the ball today or yesterday, and you didn't look that good going forwards.
No, we didn't, because we were rubbish in the transition. Like I said, we looked like we took 1 step forward and 2 steps back, but ultimately the character rose to the top, and we managed to get a draw out of a game that realistically we should have dominated. But you know, it's a work in progress.
But you had most of the ball, and you looked worse than you did against Liverpool.
The problem that we had was the lapse in concentration. That was our issue, and the fact that we wasn't focused in the transition changes. It was plain to see that we were struggling in those moments. Hudson-Odoi was taking advantage of it. They had White was taking advantage of it. You know, there was loads of. It could have been way worse, but I'm glad that we got the draw. Although I did say that we dropped 2 points, I'm glad we got the draw, because honestly, it was horrible at moments.
Well, Forest got bumped twice in 2 weeks, innit? Because they shouldn't have the corner last week, and that definitely wasn't a corner. So,
but you still got. I'm waiting for you to say what have you got to do after you receive the corner? Go on.
Score.
No, you got to defend it.
Oh right, yeah. Well.
You still got to defend it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Man United didn't win, so we move on. Happy days. Tottenham.
Leon's face is everything.
Leon's
face is everything.
Right, let's forget the analysis.
Let's set the scene.
Let's start with you guys. What's your guys' opinion?
Forget the analysis. Should Van der Ven and what's his name?
Jed Spence.
Jed Spence. Should they get benched next week?
Why?
For their behaviour.
Okay, set the scene. So
I think
just set the scene. Set the scene.
manager's walking onto the pitch. He's really saying to them, it looks like he's saying to them, go back over there.
All right.
And
End of the game, yeah?
Yeah, end of the game. And you can walk past and be like despondent, but both of them basically, one of them walked past in Van der Ven, but Spence was throwing his arms up and said, but no one knows what he said, but he's throwing his arms at him and basically it looks like it telling him where to go. Carried on.
Well, it looked like he was trying to shake their hand or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to go to the fans or whatever, but the interesting thing is that those two in particular were involved in the reason why Chelsea scored their goal.
Yes.
So for them to be acting up like that, for me, is disrespectful. And
Agreed.
even though you could say that, especially with Van der Ven, he's been one of our better players in this transitional period, there is no room for disrespect. And I think the manager has to deal with it accordingly. Otherwise, he's going to look soft, whether that's some kind of fine or what, I don't know. Obviously, in the motion of the game, these things can happen. But realistically, it'd be interesting to know why. We're never going to find out, but it'll be interesting to know why they had that reaction. I don't know if something was said regarding the fact that they were both at fault for the goal. And to me, it just doesn't. It's not a good look. It's not a good look to show disrespect, especially when there's so many eyes on the game and how you've got so many people that's going to be talking about it and giving their opinion, just like we are. It's not a good look. But yeah, disappointed. As I said, I'll let you guys talk first before I.
I think they both should be dropped for the next game.
Of course you do. I wonder who Man United got next.
Who got next? Who got seriously? Nah.
Well, no one midweek because you don't do Europe at the moment. So
Anyway, can we cut that part out? Because you man are just on this thing with this non-Europe thing. Anyway, I mean, look, it's disrespectful, bro. It's disrespectful. You shouldn't be doing that, especially he's a new manager. So now I feel like he has. I don't know if it's gone quite as far as reputation-wise on the line. I don't think it's that deep, but I feel like doing that, wholeheartedly at home. It's just a little bit like, why? And Van der Ven is the vice captain. Is that right?
He's in a leadership group.
All right, cool. So even that in itself just shows you that, maybe he hasn't got control of the whole dressing room if them guys are openly able to just respond in that way, like out in the open like that. Because I know we spoke about Thomas Frank a couple of weeks ago and his man management. That is not a true representation of someone that's managing people well, in my opinion. Because if you are, they would respond in a more personal way or more private way. Sorry, not personal, private. Sorry.
You say that, but Klopp was known and he had the spat with Salah on the sideline. So
I don't think I don't think that's an outlier. I think these
things happen.
Players show frustration. Like you can be frustrated at any moment with anyone. So high emotions. We've lost again to Chelsea. It's not the first time. It doesn't seem to matter who's in charge. It doesn't seem to matter what squad we have. It doesn't seem to matter what problems Chelsea may be dealing with. They always seem to have some kind of hoodoo against us. And it's normally through our own self-inflicted causes why they often get the results. And that's the reason why Chelsea never really respect playing Tottenham in these games, because it just same things happen again. It's almost an implosion every time we play.
You guys could have been. You guys could have been goals down before they even scored that.
Yeah, Vicario kept us in the game.
He's playing really well at the moment.
Yeah,
he is. But most of that is due to what's happening in front of him at the moment. I wasn't supposed to start speaking, but look what's happening now.
That's how it goes, bro.
No, honestly, we looked second to everything. We were second to everything. It's the same problem we've had at home. Other teams have come to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and just look comfortable. We're making teams feel comfortable at our own ground, and that isn't really it's not really on.
3 wins in 12 months, right?
Yeah,
Right.
That's horrible.
yeah.
In 12
And
months,
Yeah, since last November.
three,
I had
three,
3 wins.
3 home wins. Because remember, obviously, we had
Oh,
Ange who
yeah.
gave up on the Premier League for however long. And then we've lost 3 at home and drawn 1.
Mm.
It's pretty bad. Is it 3 or is it 4 now?
I'll have a look.
Do you,
Go on,
do
Karen.
you,
I'll
I think
have
it's
a look.
3. I think it's 3.
how much of this can you actually put onto Thomas Frank?
Definitely, he's definitely at fault for some things. What I would say is he hasn't figured out the balance, especially going forward. Defensively, I said the same thing last week when we played Everton. It was all set pieces. We did get 1 goal in open play, but we don't create enough chances in open play to cause problems. We had opportunities where we could have counterattacked, and in transition, the players ended up playing back to their fullbacks rather than looking forward. That's a problem.
Yeah. A
We
lot of
don't
that.
seem to have enough. We don't seem to have enough players who can effectively create not just create chances, but create
Risk
lines of
takers.
passes.
There
Yeah,
you go.
because
Risk
we're
takers. Yeah.
relying on Porro and arguably Romero, who came on as a sub, to try and create something from playing one ball. But the problem with both of those is if either of them are having an off day, you've got nothing else, which is why the fact that Madison and Kulusevski are out is a big problem right now. Xavi Simons looks really out of
Oh, mate. He looked off it, yes.
off the races right now. I mean, it's similar to Verts, right? It's new league, different, more physical.
Yeah.
You've got to adapt to the pace. He's struggling. He's really, really struggling. And you can see that Chelsea, from a physical standpoint, they had us up all over the pitch, man. We didn't lay a glove on them. We did not lay a glove on them. And the couple of openings we had, I think there was one chance for Kudus who took an early first time shot, which was saved by the keeper. And you never really felt that it was going to trouble him because it just didn't have enough pace on the strike. But we were over reliant on set pieces, and the set piece deliveries were so bad, so bad, that it just showed how much lack of any other ideas that we had. The midfield, having Palinha, Bentancur, I think Bergvall got injured early on, but the fact that we had those 4 in midfield said that we were more scared to lose than trying to win the game. Bergvall got injured very early. I think he got concussion or something very early, so he got brought off for Xavi. But the team just wasn't balanced, and we're really, really struggling at the moment with anyone that knows how to defend. So, yeah, man, I don't know. He's got work to do. I honestly don't think that we have the right personnel in the club right now, especially going forward. I think defensively we are a better unit. We do have what I would say is enough of a solid foundation to work from, but going forward we just don't have enough.
The cutting edge. You don't have the cutting edge up there.
No, we don't. No. I mean, you look at Man United as a perfect example. They didn't feel like they had the right personnel for the formation, even though we do feel like Amorim is kind of fitting square pegs in round holes right now. You see the difference in having Mbeumo and Cunha, those type of guys in there.
Yeah, proper
we
Mavericks.
Don't have the level of quality that's required for us to be able to create chances. And you can say that and he managed to create chances, but if you look at the first season when he finished 5th, after the start of the season, it was great. But then when the injuries came, he didn't know how to deal with those. Obviously, it's really difficult when you lose a lot of players, but he didn't change his style, and that was ultimately what cost him his job. He didn't adapt to the situation. He just continued to play exactly how he wanted to play. Thomas Frank now has to make sure he's known for being adaptable. He has to adapt. What's happening right now is not on. You can't go through and lost 3 home games, drawn 1, and the only win we've got against Burnley. That's bad. Like that, it's not something that can continue. Going away from home and being solid, having a foundation, and counter-attacking or trying to get goals from set pieces, fair enough. But at home, you need to be on the front foot. You need to go for teams, and yeah, we just don't have it. I think personnel is the issue. You just don't feel like as a team that right now we're fifth, but if you look at the league table, it's so close. One win is sending you 4 places. One loss is sending you down 4 places.
Yeah.
So it's tight right now, and you do feel like if we don't fix the problems with being able to create, especially against the better teams, we're going to struggle and end up.
Your run coming up. Yeah, you got Copenhagen, so it's at home. So if you can get a home win there, but then you play Man United at home, Arsenal away, PSG away, Fulham, which is normally a tough game at home, Newcastle away, and then Brentford at home. That leads you to December the 6th. That's a tough run, man.
Yeah, and if you looked at the fixtures at the start of the season, you'd have thought, oh, these are actually not bad fixtures. As in the fixtures that we've already played, you'd have felt this is not a bad, nice. No, it's a nice start to the season. Again, we're fifth because everyone else is kind of inconsistent at the moment. But you just wonder when we have these type of matches, how will we fare against better quality opposition? And we're gonna find out. And there's a lot of pressure on Frank because he's known as being, I would say, more of a pragmatic manager, not quite in the same vein as a Nuno or Sean Dyche, but he's still, you wouldn't say that he's a manager who comes with super attacking flair in his teams or plays with very progressive attacking play.
Well,
go on, Bevan.
Go on, Bev.
No, I was going to say some of the players that he had at Brentford were industrious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got like powerful runners, willing runners, players that can run in behind, and you're in a perfect storm of bad recruitment and players that are injured because the loss of Maddison and Kulusevski is showing. Obviously, Son left last season, and what you've got on the other side isn't nearly as good. Yesterday, Kudus looked like he was tired, man. He looked shattered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, and then off the bench, you're gonna have to bring off Brennan Johnson, who can get goals from tap-ins from late runs into the box. But in terms of him
crossing
1v1s, forget it.
Forget about it. And Javi Simmons, that's Bundesliga tax, as I said earlier.
Yeah, man.
Like it's
him and Verts are house sharing, bro. They're house sharing right now, brother. Them man are just sipping red wine, watching the games back, thinking, "Oh man, I wish we were back in Germany."
What do you think the difference is between being away from home and being at home? Why do you think that it's?
We don't have to go and take the game by the scruff of the neck. We're the home team, usually the ones that has to go for matches, and we don't have to play attacking football. We don't have to be on the front foot. He sets up his team to be solid, and that's what we know he's able to do. And he, from a tactical perspective, he genuinely gets it right. Like for us to have only conceded 8 goals so far is pretty good. I think it might be 9 now.
No, it's 8.
It is 8. Okay, yeah, 8 goals is pretty good considering we were one of the worst defensive units in the whole league last year. So for that, it's different. I mean, the Everton game, 2 set pieces and 1 goal in the last few minutes when Everton obviously try to make a game of it. You can see why it's easier for him to set the team up where defensively than it is to set the team up going, to be attacking and going forward and having that balance. We just don't have it, and we're caught between a rock and a hard place right now because, as you said, I just think with the injuries to key players and the fact that we didn't recruit very well in the last couple of years, we're being found out, especially at home. So,
do you know what Tottenham's XG was yesterday?
God,
it was 0.05. Depending on where you go, it's 0.1, 0.05.
Wow, that's
bro, it's
horrible,
bad, bro. It's bad.
I'm not even what's his XG, but when I saw that, I was like, that is.
Bro, we have 3 total shots in the game, bro. Yeah, total shots, not on target. 1 on target, 3 total shots.
Do you know that early change for Bergvall? Yeah, I do feel like that was Yeah, I feel like that affected you guys massively because he is a risk taker. I know you're saying he might not be on the same level as the Madisons of the world and so on, but he likes to run with the ball and he's a little bit stronger than a little bit. He's way stronger than Xavi in my opinion, Simmons, because when Simmons was coming on, Leon, he looked disinterested. He looked vexed about having to come on as a sub for someone that's been injured when realistically he wants to start. You can just see in someone's demeanor where he don't really want to be on right now. He's like, and then when he was picking up the ball and he lost the ball so many times in good positions where you guys could have probably created something. And like when you're looking around the squad, you're looking at the pitch, you're thinking, who else is going to do a job here? The only person they could look to do anything out there was Kudus. And he ain't going to be able to run right around Chelsea on his jack. Not with the way Casado was playing.
He's dealing with one of probably the best left backs in the league at the moment.
Very aggressive.
Cucurella, you look at Cucurella and you see how he goes down. He's one of those really annoying defenders because he's capable of being really physical. If you lay a glove on him, my guy is down as like a sack of potatoes. It's mad. It's actually infuriating watching it because you see when Kudus had to work hard to hold the ball up against him. He was working hard. Every time he got the ball, Cucurella was on him like white on rice. It was bad. But he couldn't get no change out of him. There was nothing he could do. Even when Kudus tried to take him on one-on-one, nothing. Cucurella wasn't biting. So when you know that the team's only real attacking threat is coming from one side of the pitch, it's a lot easier to defend, isn't it? So, boy.
Okay. All right, then. Well, as we already said, we've got an interesting game coming next weekend. So we'll
I ain't gonna lie. I will say that when I was watching that game, I thought that Halloween was a day later than it was because that was a horror show.
For real. Casado played them off the park though. He was on one.
He's a beast right now.
It's normal, man, for him.
He's an animal.
He's a problem, mate. It's an absolute problem. They Chelsea are the best at finding DMs, I swear.
Yeah, they are.
I say finding, buying,
them and Brighton as well.
Purchasing
Brighton
them,
as well. They're not bad.
Brighton find them first.
Yeah, Brighton it.
But when you think of the lineup that you've had, Makalele, Obi Mikel, Kante, Casado.
What would you class Essien? At one stage, he was playing DM as well.
He was really a box to box, but they turned him into a DM when they needed to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We move on to Man City, who cruised past Bournemouth. Haaland even mocking himself that he's a robot.
He needed
He's a
some
machine
WD-40 with that robot, though.
with his dance moves.
Needed some WD-40 with those moves there, though. They're a bit stiff.
Yeah, he's a Viking.
But it was just ridiculous. Like it was almost as bad as the Liverpool one last week, where Konate let the Brentford guy go through and goal. It was a header. It was a header from their own half that set him through on goal, and you're thinking, "Oh my goodness, what is going on?" And he ran through, and I don't think there was anyone in that stadium that thought that he was not going to score.
It's one of them, innit?
The Poznan was probably going already, bro.
I looked at Bournemouth. Why did they let this? He did the same run twice.
Yeah,
they let it happen twice. Like nobody thought let step back 10 yards or something. You're gonna give Haaland all that space. You want him?
Have you guys noticed? It's almost like he's just switched something on, Bev. He's just like switched it on now. Because last season, you'd argue he was off it, right? You could argue,
he wasn't.
Well,
the rest of the team are off it.
Yeah, fair.
They've woken up, and hopefully,
Sleeping Giants.
Yeah, listen.
They're playing to his strengths again. Let's be honest.
Yes,
they're playing to his strengths again. They brought in a couple players who can help create chances. Losing De Bruyne is obviously a big loss, so they needed to replace him. It's going to take a little bit of a transition time, but they're playing to his strengths, man. That's what you need. Haaland just needs service, and he's a problem. You don't need him. People keep talking about his contribution in build-up. If you can score goals like that, you don't need it. You genuinely don't need it. And if you've got the personnel behind you who can manipulate play the way that City players can do, then you don't really need him to be involved in build up. So yes,
And he's improving in that. He's improving in that as well.
yeah, definitely.
There was
And
one
you'd
move he
expect
did
him
on the
to,
halfway line.
considering he's supposed to be a top striker. You'd expect him to improve. He's never going to be on the same level as others in that department, but you want him to be at least serviceable. That if you need him to if you just need to launch the ball forward and just say hold up the ball and wait for your teammates to get there, then that's what you want.
So we all believe that they're on their way back up, and they're trying to be. They're not trying to be, but they're being a bit smarter with Rodri now. Playing
Managing
him,
his minutes.
yeah, managing his minutes a bit, and it's just going to be a matter of time. Hopefully, what will happen is Arsenal drop a couple of points, and we'll go down to 3 points between the top three.
Haterade.
Hopefully
Haterade.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm not saying what he's been saying for the last year, innit? It didn't work, so but I got to hope even harder. But no, it was a good performance from them. You can see their style of play slightly changing with the new manager they've got. Sorry, new assistant managers they've got, and in general the new players. So we have to watch this space with them. We'll move on. We'll move on to a bit that wasn't on there, but there was a sacking this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pereira's
let's be
gone.
honest. He was on borrowed time.
It was
there.
inevitable.
Right,
bruv.
It was mad. Is that when he was on a shorter term contract, he was doing bits.
Yes.
Then he signed a new deal, and then everything just went pear shaped.
Yeah, it's like Van Dijk and Salah, innit? But anyway.
I swear to God, you're gonna say that for the rest of the season, isn't it? Every opportunity you get, you're gonna say that.
I was just using a point of reference. What's wrong with you guys, bruv? It's point of reference, isn't it?
Salah's
Leon's
got
was
and Salah scored a goal.
Salah's got more goals than Mbeumo and Cunha, so they're playing catch up to this.
But we were talking about Wolves. My apologies, guys. Sorry.
Innit?
You get me? Stay there in ninth.
But yeah, they've conceded 22 goals since the beginning of the season, bruv. If these guys weren't going to get sacked now, mate, they were going to be relegated before December. Do you get what I'm saying?
Minus
The way
15
they fell
goals.
apart against Fulham, man.
Red
The thing
card.
about it is, do they have quality though? They don't really have like
Things
Cunha left. And,
They do, but it's just in the wrong areas. Like the midfielders can play. Listen, ironically they've got two midfielders that are actually in the Brazil squad. Like does that just say how bad the Brazil squad is? But apart from Larson, no one else can score.
Yeah.
No one else can score. So that's a massive problem. And then you look at their wingers aren't creative enough to create something for people to score. So you're trying to bank on their defense, and it's just not good enough. So I think we had it when we went on the other show early in the season. We had them down as relegation.
yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Had them down as relegation, and then we thought, oh, but hold on, they had a good end to the season. I was like, yeah, but Cunha's gone.
yeah.
Cunha's gone.
That's their one maverick boy. That was the ace up their sleeve.
So, but the irony is apparently after, I didn't think he left in good terms, but he must have. There's talk of
Gary.
Talk of because Martin was gone back to Celtic,
Rangers.
ironically.
Yeah.
But Gary O'Neill might be coming back.
Oh, really?
Don't do it.
Oh man, that's gonna ruin him though.
Don't do it.
Bro, their next run of games, they've got Chelsea. I'm sure they've got Villa in there. They got Forest. I'm sure Arsenal and United are in there as well. And he's coming in that run, brother. Let them do the interim, get those games out of the way, and then come in after that so that you can at least have a few games.
Chelsea,
I think they got
Villa.
Palace next, isn't it? Yeah, you go.
No, Chelsea, then Palace, then Villa. That's the next 3 games.
See?
Aren't they on 2 points?
No, 0.
They're
They got no points.
No
wins.
2 points.
No wins. They got 2 points.
No wins.
Yeah,
got 2 points. Yeah, no wins. So I don't know where they're gonna get a win there, boy. It's probably gonna be a bag of draws.
And then the last bit, West Ham finally winning. Bit of a surprise. Newcastle scored first as well. But what I thought was really weird is they were losing 2-1 at half time, and they took off Voldemada and they took off Gordon at half time. I was like, does this guy really want to win this game, or is he looking for a Champions League already?
He's looking at Champions
He's looking
League.
at Champions
He's
League,
looking at
man.
Champions League.
And
Yeah,
he
he's
just
looking at
assumed
Champions
that
League.
they're gonna come back. But it messed him
Nah,
up.
do you know what? I feel like he didn't even assume they were going to come back. I feel like he'd already kind of gave up on
Given
the
up.
game, to be quite honest,
Wow.
because Gordon
can't
Gordon
do
is the
that.
guy. Bruv,
bro,
Gordon
what
is their
half-time?
guy right now. Gordon and Voldemar are the guys that changed the game for Newcastle. Let's be honest. Since the beginning of the season, them guys have been putting on a real swan song for the Toon fans. But, you
Bro, I
know,
was vexed. I took out Mateta and brought in Votemada because they're playing West Ham. And my man took him off for half time. And Mateta scored.
Yeah.
I was like, how's your luck, man?
yeah.
But yeah. It was a surprise defeat, but surprise decisions and tactics in that game.
Yeah.
So we'll see, because Newcastle are sitting in 13th and they shouldn't be. I know they lost Isak, but they shouldn't be in 13th.
Yeah, to be fair, overall, when you watch them play, they do look like they should be getting more points than they do. So I'm not entirely sure. I can't put my finger on why they're so far down. Obviously, because they haven't won enough games. That's
the start of the season, yeah.
but
They're the
you
bad
know, like
start.
as in when you're seeing them perform, you're thinking, wow, why are you guys not getting more out of these games? But yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to our last main segment, and we're looking at player of the game week, and it probably going to be quite varied because there might have not been really, really full-on standout ones this week. So, Bevan,
I am going to be shameless, and this week I'm giving it to Declan Rice because I think.
oh sorry, I
Volley-
forgot there's the Arsenal, of course. You're
Yeah.
going to pick someone else than Arsenal, bro.
What do you mean? I've picked other players that weren't Arsenal, but this week I'm giving it to Declan Rice. You get me?
We have to contact HMRC for that one, bro.
You can contact him. Didn't I give it to Votemada one week and then you was like, oh, Bevan, you took my pick.
Oh yeah, for real. For real. That was a quick one. Cool. I'll delete that
out. What was that moment of the weekend? I don't know, but I've given other players their flowers, so yeah, I can give it to an Arsenal player this week and give it to Deckers.
Okay. The one.
Someone ain't gonna like me on this pod, boy, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I'm gonna have to give it to Casado, man, car. He put on a performance of an absolute lifetime against Spurs.
He didn't really, bro. He didn't even have to work
He
that
didn't.
hard, bro.
I mean, he looked like he was playing in a few different roles, boy. And
Bro, he didn't even have to work hard, man. It was just
close second was Ahmad. We won't say too much about him.
Wow. Just wow. Leon?
I'm just giving it to Haaland because he saved my fantasy league weekend again. Thank God. The only highlight of my weekend was my team did all right. Everything else, shocking.
For myself, looking at the game week, there wasn't much. So I'm going to be selfish this week as well. I'm going to give it to Szoboszlai. He didn't get a goal or assist, but throughout all our madness, losing, he's been very good, and he was the best player on that pitch, head and shoulders for everyone else. And I just thought it was a very, very good performance from him. I think I'm missing someone who I had written down, but I deleted what I'd written down.
You gotta go with memory, bruv. That old memory.
No, I'll
That's
delete
not the
who I put
cobwebs,
down.
mate. Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So moment of the weekend.
My moment of the weekend, I'm gonna give it to Xavi Simons for coming on as a substitute and being so bad that he got substituted in the 73rd minute.
His confidence is going to be rock bottom.
Imagine, Kudus was so tired that he still stayed on the pitch, even though he needed to come off because he was. Anyway,
That is horrible.
Sorry, Leon.
Lamont.
My moment of the weekend. Oof,
surprise!
This is a tough one. Do you know what?
Was it the linesman for seeing the balls out from that far away?
I was actually gonna say my moment of the weekend was seeing that entire ball go over the line and get United their corner. That's my moment, right there. Thank you, James.
Dear.
Go on, Leon.
For me, it's not a good moment, but it's the Spence and Van der Ven issue with Frankie. Will be interesting to see how they respond in the next couple of games, especially as we'll be playing home both of those games coming up. So
Missed the next match. It's got to be.
see,
That's what you want, isn't it?
Against Copenhagen.
Yeah,
for
I
real.
can't really afford to be messing around in that game either, mate. Trust me. Copenhagen's one of them teams.
I forgot you, man. Are still in Europe, man. Vex. That still burns me, man. You know that. Man, I'm still in.
Did you forget because you're not in Europe?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Basically.
Training session.
I'm telling you.
My moment of the weekend, boy, listen, they can't go anywhere else other than Liverpool finally winning the game, bro. Premier League. Hearing that final whistle go, and then the clean sheet on top of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Clean
bro.
strike from Salah as well, man. You don't see those often.
Yeah. Boy, we've seen probably 150 of them. Obviously, 250 goes to Liverpool, but we digress. So, predictions. We move on to you, Lamont.
Oof.
Are you going to stay level-headed this week?
Yeah, I will
Or
do, man, because I don't want to fall any further down the league.
1 point again.
No, I'm not falling any further down the league, man. To be fair, that wasn't even banter. That was more wishful thinking, to be fair. So more for me for doing that.
So 12:30 kickoff. Spurs versus Man United. What say you, sir?
Well, I think United to win, but I think it's going to be a close game. So it's probably going to be like a 2-1 United.
You sticking with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll move on to Leon. Are you at the game?
Yeah.
You handled them last season under different manager, obviously, but I think you won all the games. You played against them last season.
All 4 of them.
Yeah.
Different managers. So I'm gonna go 1-1.
Do I? You know what? I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. Let me have some faith in Spurs. They're going to finally break their hoodoo, win a home game.
I'm gonna copy Leon and say 1-0 Spurs. I'm not copying him. That was my pick anyway.
Okay. So, Sunderland versus Arsenal. Lamont.
Oh, Arsenal are going to deal with them. Although Sunderland do have a good defensive record. Oof. I slightly want to say draw, you know, but Arsenal just look like they want to do the business again. So 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal.
Arsenal
It should
are
really be
away.
2-0. No, 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal, man.
You're lucky.
2-0 Arsenal. 2-0. It's going to be 2-0 Arsenal. It's not going to be no 1. I don't think Sunderland are going to score, bruv. They're not going to put a glove on Arsenal, bruv, are they really? Yeah, it even pains me to say that. God.
You stop putting your reverse judge on my team, bro. Stick with what you think.
Leon.
Man, you man not doing well.
Who? Me or Bevan?
You, Leon.
Oh, 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal. I'm going for 2-0 Arsenal. Bevan.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2-0 Arsenal as well.
Liverpool, or Man City versus Liverpool.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one, James. Definitely not come at the right time for you boys, that's for sure.
Some might say it has.
You got a late game as well, innit? Late kickoff?
No, Sunday game. So it'll be
How is it?
4:30 kickoff.
At the City ground.
Etihad.
Oh, yes. Etihad. All right, I'm going to say 3-2 City. 3-2.
Okay. Leon.
I should say 3-1, you know. But, sure. 3-2.
2-1 City.
2-1 Man City. We're not losing, in my view, but I think it's going to be a 2-2.
I had that score in my head.
You know,
Confidence.
bro.
We're not losing.
It sounds like I'm copying everyone this week. I'm going 2-2 as well.
Yeah.
I won't be moving up the league table this much this week if I get the results right.
No.
You get the 1-1, right? No, yeah, Leon's 1-1 as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. So, that is our predictions this week. Obviously, we've got two of us playing against each other, so not as many fixtures to predict this week. But who's going to be right? Who's going to be wrong? Table says that Bevan and Lamont will get it wrong, so hopefully they can change that.
Well done, James. Well done.
But it's all good. Hope you've enjoyed the show. It has been a good week. I'm happy. We finally won. That's all that matters, really. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe.
We finally won.
Yeah,
Who's we?
Liverpool. Yeah, you win every week. You've now equaled our best win of the season. You've done 5 in a row. So you're going for 6 in a row, which would probably be happening.
Let's not count our chickens. We'll see in it.
6 in a row. No thanks. No thanks at all. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. And guys, please continue with the comments. I'm enjoying the comments you're having in. Even the ones complaining about me early on Arsenal's episode, not giving enough much airtime. But
match.
even had someone comment that Liverpool are going to beat Aston Villa. So I've asked them, and thank you for watching. Comment again next week and say the same thing. And hopefully we'll get the same result that we're going to beat Man City. So yeah, keep the comments coming in. Really appreciate them. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. If you haven't told your friends, tell your friends, because we want to get to 300 before the end of the month.
Got to share it.
We've got the whole month to get there. So take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Catch you later.
Peace.